know what I was doing. All I needed you to do was respect me and love me. But when you couldn't let your fans know and like, hey, because like your supporters said, if you would have been told your supporters like, Alvo ain't doing X, Y, Z, and he really here for me, they wouldn't have been giving me the energy that they was giving me. But you didn't want to say that because you didn't want people to feel like you slow. Your biggest thing is you don't want people to feel like you slow. Everybody lacks stuff. It's some words that I be trying to say that I can't say. It's some I don't know how to spell. Everybody need help. It's places that you lack that I know what to do in. It's places that I lack that you know what to do in. That's what comes with being a team comes together. That's what being a relationship comes together. You come and you help each other. You don't never help me doing nothing. You will let me lose my apartment, and now every time I leave the house,
you lose your apartment when you're the one that
my life still gonna be good. I talk to fine. I always
okay, well, do you? You see how you throwing that up? You see how you throwing that up? And then when they calling me, the way how you was just talking to my friend, telling my friend that she didn't want me to leave you, but you throwing this shit up in my face. Oh, it's fine shit. Niggas want this, niggas want that. Nigga, you making me think that you're a cheater. Stop playing with me.
It's not no cheater, baby. It's letting you know you say I'm not. I ain't no validation. I didn't need the world to know what I was doing. All I needed.
So this is what definitely Alvo is, signing up for. He's signing a check that he can't cash. Put it in the comment section if you agree with this. Less than an hour ago, a big blogger who I've been updating you guys, who has been looking at Shamar and Alvo's behavior on social media. They have over 1-point-something million followers. Now, this is the sort of attention that Alvo is complaining about that he's getting from this small sector right now. Now, imagine when they start dragging him on a larger scale, on a bigger platform where Shamar and them can be going to booking, and instead of them, because there are people, I'm keeping it real with you, that do praise Shamar and will praise anyone Shamar is rocking with, for that time. But they're making a spectacle out of each other, and Alvo is having tantrums, unnecessary tantrums, getting unnecessary exposure. And these bloggers, and this is just my opinion, they're not doing it because they're trying to be Alvo's friend. They're trying to paint a narrative of Alvo being a whiner, Alvo being a user, and especially a user to somebody with disabilities. I don't care what anybody says. We all know in the community of social media that Alvo is taking Shamar for a long ride. He's using Shamar. He says it out of his own mouth. Alvo talks so much, he tells on himself. When you say to someone that is looked at as a disabled person, and you're the boyfriend of that disabled person, and people are first saying, looking at the whole relationship, the dynamic of relationship, he's taking advantage. He must be taking advantage of Shamar. How is this going down like that? And we are all seeing before our eyes Shamar saying stuff like, my pocketbook wasn't placed the right way. It was open when I went and got up from my nap, or whatever he's saying, because Shamar can't count. And you get mad, Alvo, and you're telling on social media that Shamar can't count, Shamar can't read, Shamar can't bathe, Shamar doesn't brush his teeth. And people already look at him like, I'm going to piggyback off again, as a disabled man. How does it really make you look? Now, I know you wanted to be a star, Alvo, but I don't think that this is the big break that you were looking for. I think that what you're going to do is rock yourself to sleep. Now, I know Shamar's ex-manager, Kay, did say, and I think you need to tread lightly because I know that you're on the hit list with Kay. Because I feel as though Kay has a problem with you because you probably blocking her blessings by her and Shamar not being friends anymore, because you probably managed to take just about everybody out of Shamar's life so that you can go into that pocketbook, because you know Shamar can't count and take his money. But I really think that there are things brewing, the quiet before the storm, and one being people who either had friendships with Shamar, now they fell out with them, They're trying to rock you to sleep, Alvo. And this is a lot of times, guys. Put it in the comment section if you agree. This is just what happened to Nature Boy and a lot of other social media influencers. Their rise to fall because there was so much evidence gathered when people went against these people and they, got in trouble with the law for doing these things. I'm quite sure there are laws that govern, that protect the disabled. I honestly, and I'm not being funny, I know sometimes we say things to each other to just rub somebody the wrong way. And, it's like that sometimes. But I honestly, with all jokes aside, I think that Shamar needs a caregiver. He does. People are seeing it, not just us. So it's not, if you feel as though Alvo's making you think that you're bullying him or Shamar, that is all of him deflecting because he knows exactly what he's doing. I think this time around, he took a lot out of Shamar. I think that it was like a blow to Shamar's heart about him saying that he had another man that looks better than him, that can take care of him better than him. And it really, truly bothered Shamar to the point where he couldn't play it off and come back, bounce back off of what, Alvo had said this time with trying to help him do a storyline. Alvo pretty much was on his own. On his way back to Shamar's house, he had to go live on his own. You didn't hear anything from Shamar because he probably mentally and emotionally is drained from the flip-flopping of Alvo. Now we know how dramatic Shamar is, but I think right now it's not Shamar at all. I think that Shamar is trying to be the better person because he's going through his own, inner demons, his own struggles, his own, downfalls. And this is just adding a layer of something that he doesn't need. And we all get it. We've all been in relationships where it's like you're going through enough and then you got to go through more because with somebody who knows that you're going through issues, and instead of lifting you up and, seeing you through, they know that you're at a vulnerable point in your life and they drag you like I feel like Alvo's doing to him. Nobody on social media, even if we guessed it or not, nobody on social media should know that he can't read. We shouldn't. Nobody on social media should know that he cannot read Shamar, or he doesn't, bathe, brush his teeth, take a bath, change his clothes, that he doesn't know how to count his money, and that he's at risk of somebody treating him like a Vic and taking something that he worked for from him. Every time Alvo gets mad, he puts Shamar in a situation that is gonna be not a good thing, if somebody after this relationship's over with tries to use Shamar as a target, because it could be a life or death situation, because people have taken and unalived people for less than what Shamar allegedly has in the bank or in his house. And I think that he's really making it hot for Shamar. I think that before Alvo leaves, this is just my opinion, he's going to destroy Alvo so that he has to start all over again from square one. And I mean as in probably losing his place, being homeless again, and losing bookings where people are going to have to rediscover that Shamar's in a rut and pull him out of that rut, give him another chance. Supporters, like always, forgiving him, giving him donations, making sure that he's put up in a hotel and safe, and he's going to have to start back from square one. I think this is what Alvo's plan is. It's either my way or the highway, Shamar. If you don't give me what I want, and even when you give me what I want, I believe he's taking it on the top. I think he's mad because it's like he has to take it, and whatever the agreement could have started off to be, Shamar's not keeping his part of the bargain, and it's frustrating him that he has to skim off the top and he's not keeping the agreement, as two people making a business agreement that you're going to manage me and I will pay you a fixed price for doing that. And I think that Alvo's mad about it. But you made it to on site and you got put on blast once again. I don't know how much longer he's going to keep doing these tantrums, but as long as he's doing them, trust and believe we're not the only ones out here, guys, that are noticing it. So let's not look at, Alvo as this, oh, let's feel bad for Alvo. Everyone's noticing this behavior. And it's really not acceptable at all. It's unacceptable.